Hi, I'm MJ from Linus Publications. Good afternoon, and thank you for listening to what I'm going to say. We know that Trump has a hit list, and I did talk about a few of the people already uh, that have been, brought before judges and whatever, and we're following them. But I want to get a little bit of ahead of it, and I want to take a look at some of the other people on his list and see what the probability is, and if so, when they would probably be appearing before some type of judge uh, or have some type of action against them. And this is going to be a very short session. I'm not going to bring up any charts. And what will happen is I'll be following them. And if my initial notes turn out to be true, then we'll follow them and see where that's going to head. So first one I want to look at is Jack Smith. And with Jack Smith, he had access to a lot of information. And this is a case where I would be worried if I was the administration, whether or not some of that information has been squirreled away someplace, just in case something like this happened. So I would think that Jack Smith is prepared for Trump or the administration to come after him. So what are the dates? Well, I don't think much would happen until around 220, and specifically 220, 222. Again, that date's going to be, plus or minus, because I don't have an exact time of birth for Jack Smith. Because what we've got there is we've got both Pluto square Saturn and also Pluto trine Mercury. Trine Mercury would be in his favor, versus square Saturn would be, in effect, something that might be against him. But it's not to say that something will happen. But let's just start following that date and see if he starts coming up in the news. So if something does start coming up, then chances are that's going to be about the day that something will be happening. Now let's take a look at Adam Schiff. Yes, we know Trump doesn't like him. And that's because, and on a note, on Jack Smith was involved in the January 6th prosecution and also the documents. So there are two areas here. Okay? Now, Adam Schiff has been vocal against the administration, but he was also involved in the January 6th prosecution for the insurrection. And that was for the impeachment. Now, with Adam Schiff, we're coming up to a point where, yes, we have something that could happen. And this is right around the middle of November, and this is specifically on the 18th. Again, plus or minus some time, because I don't have an exact time for Adam Schiff. But I would expect that it's going to be plus or minus, 2 weeks of this 11/18th date. And what we have in this case is we've got Pluto squaring Mars. Now, this is actually on its last piece, which means it's actually direct. And I would be more concerned if it was just starting motion on a planet and then it's going to have to go backwards and then go forwards again. In this case, it's already gone over his Mars. But the reason I'm including him is that around 2/8, he's got Pluto in conjunct Pluto. So this would be a start of another cycle. So that's why I'm including him. So those are the two dates we're watching on him. The next one I have is Hillary Clinton. Now with Hillary, the date I'm looking at is 12/8 of this year. And we have Pluto squaring her sun. But as I noted with Adam, it's already gone over her sun twice. So I don't think there will be something new coming up at this point because of that. There may be something else, but I'm not really seeing anything else in her chart going forward. So we'll check that one date around December, but I'm not, in her case, expecting much to happen. Now, as I check some of the other people, I will also give an update. I'm not doing the whole chart right now because that takes a lot of time. And I'll wait until my first notes on this, whether it comes through or not. And if so, then we will move ahead. Otherwise, have a good day. Thank you. Bye now.